It's one extra.
I want to take you back, and I mean like real far back.
That's so funny. I swear that. Listen, let me tell you something. I promise you, this morning I woke up singing these lyrics.
Ooh! That means this is
Dead
meant to be.
serious.
This is meant to be.
I woke up trying to remember these lyrics, like out the blue, randomly.
Do you ever go back to your old material?
No,
Why not?
it just makes me cringe. It's a weird thing. I think it's a thing, a creative thing. I don't want to get in the mindset of what I did, of my accomplishments then, rather than thinking forward and what's next.
But as someone who, appreciates lyricism myself, I would personally want to listen and go back to what you've written.
Right. That's true. Maybe I should think like that.
Well, no, you're doing fine already. I mean, come on.
I gotta try to remember the lyrics. I love that joint though. I just might bring that back out on the set.
And there you go. There you go. For those people that have been knowing about you for a long while, then that would be an extra treat for them.
Yeah, definitely. That's my day one fans.
I want to talk to you about the current fans.
Yeah.
So people that will have heard about you, not even via Good Kid, Mad City, but about To Pimp a Butterfly.
Pimp a Butterfly, yeah.
Now, how can I put this? We're in the era of ringtone rap. We're in the era of where rappers, it's all about the hooks.
Yeah.
How dare you put out an album so lyrically dense with so many messages?
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when were you like, I'm just sick and tired of hearing all of this, let me make something that means something?
Yeah, something like that part. and also just having a whole lot of confidence in the music that inspired me to think the way I do. Some of the lessons I learned through music. And that was the energy I wanted. And if that took excluding radio singles, then that's just something I had to do.
But the funny thing is that in doing that, you've created, in the UK, possibly your biggest radio single with King Kunta. The thing that I love about that record, the first time I was able to play it, I'm like, okay, so let's talk about Kunta Kinte.
Yeah.
Let's talk about who this guy is, what he means, where he comes from. Let's talk about roots. Let's talk about that TV show.
Exactly.
And for a lot of kids that were listening to the show, they're like, wow, this is extra deep. Yeah,
they run across it. If they don't understand it, they run across it. Even if they playing it in the car and their parents hear it, and he's saying Kunta, they probably say, what did you know about Kunta? And he break it down to them, then they gonna run into it. But it's always an undertone of something, man. And these are some of the experiences or TV shows or, life's lessons that's been in my household since day one. So me just bringing them out to life, while I'm at a point in my career when I can articulate it, where I comprehend and the people around me comprehend it, I'm gonna do it because that's what motivated me. Yep.
That feels important, man. That feels like, the motif that keeps coming back through the album. Yeah. The poem.
Yeah.
That you wrote. That it really keeps coming back. That it feels like you're doing something to make sure the next generation has something to hold on to.
Yeah, definitely. Not only the next generation, but myself. That's the reason why this poem keeps coming back and forth, and repetitive, starting over all again, because it's reminding me of what I should be doing. Because I look in the mirror and I don't see a perfect person.
I mean, look, again, thinking about To Pimp a Butterfly, thinking about the way that the album's put together, musically, you've made it so very interesting that it is one of those things that you can go back over and over and over. And every time you listen to a record, you're hearing something different.
Yeah.
And I think, thinking about what it is that you're saying on the record,
Right.
The fact that it is your catharsis, the fact that it is your therapy, and the fact that it is helping other people. The reason why I think it's helping so many people is because it's just so interesting to listen to.
Yeah. It's a lot of layers, man. It's a lot of layers. And when we say interesting, it comes to a point where my conflict and my own worries are beyond me, you know? Like how you say interesting. When I go out to these streets and they say, this song did this song did that, it blows my mind. You know what I mean? Because for me recording it, this is just my own ills. Like how do it affect you like that? You know what I mean? But I have to understand that even if the story is not similar to the person that's listening, they feel it in some type of way. It's something connects there that I maybe don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always continuing to do it that way.
It feels like where we are at this moment in time in the world, it feels like this is an album that was needed.
Appreciate it.
It feels like, you know, we're at a point where people are kind of going at each other for no real reason.
Yeah.
People are forgetting about the sense of community that there is. People are forgetting about, you know, we're in this era of celebrity worship.
Yeah, definitely.
For you to give people something with so much substance, that's got to have nerved you. That's got to have made you feel like, should I do this? Am I going too far?
Yeah, you definitely have that. You're not human if you don't have that down your head. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm Superman and from initial state I say, I didn't say, well, maybe I should do a smash or 2 or 3 of them. You know, it's your second album. You want to be, you know, you want to get to that celebrity status. You know, I'd be a fool telling you that, you know, you don't have them type of people in your head saying that. I mean, people around you telling you that, or you even saying it. You know, so it takes, like I said, a lot of nerve and a lot of confidence to do it on your second LP, knowing that the sophomore jinx is always in the air.
And it's true, it's real.
Yeah. This album could have came either one way. Either could have came on this album the second time around or the 4th or the 5th one. I just decided to bump it up a little bit. This album is really the 5th album, you know, so I decided to take that chance, man, and the people appreciate it.
I want to talk to you about the production on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading something somewhere recently about Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
It says that he bumped into you and gave you a CD of beats.
Yeah.
Can you tell that story? Tell it from your perspective.
Man, it was just one of those things where Flying Lotus gave me all these beats, and I think they were for his album or his project. I didn't really know. In fact, the beats was so crazy, I didn't really care. Yeah, I was selfish, man. I was selfish. He gave me all these beats, man, and I remember going on the Kanye tour and like really just rocking out the majority of the beats that he gave me. And he was on the tour when we was working. Then he jumped off the tour. You know, we'd be talking and be like, man, did you finish that one song? Like, yeah, I finished it. He's like, you finished the other song? It's like, nah, I ain't finished that. You thinking about using it for the album? It's like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna use it for the album, but I still want it though. So I was real selfish with his joints, man. I was real selfish with his joints because it's just crazy. And even the joints that didn't make the record, they still some of my favorite joints. And I'm still holding them hostage.
I was going to say, this is the 3rd album to do, you know, this is the 4th, this is the 5th.
Right.
The 5th that you've got to replace.
Right. How you tell him we got more work to do, man. I need these, you know. So, yeah, shout out to Flying Lotus, man. He's crazy.
I want to play you a little something.
Yeah.
This is probably going to lighten the mood ever so slightly. Have you heard this?
Yeah, somebody used to a joint. Yeah. Took my tempo and flipped it.
When you hear stuff like that, man, I mean, look, you know, that's influencing someone on a completely different level. How does that make you feel?
That's dope to me. I like when people dig and find different things to flip like that, man, because it just lets me know that they're really into it some type of way, you know, to go all the way back and figure that out. I couldn't even figure it out. That tempo was the same tempo.
You know what? You need to use that in the show.
Yeah, right.
Bruce Seinfeld out and everything.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about where we're going next, musically, where we're going next, because I love the fact that the first thing that people are hearing from you post this album is the collab.
Yeah.
On Bad Blood.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I'm sorry, Taylor's a G.
She gangsta, man.
She's a G.
Yeah, y'all gotta meet this lady, man. She's hard. And let alone her music speak for itself. We ain't even gotta go there. You know, so yeah, it was fun, man. We had fun. It wasn't no calculations about it. We just went in there and vibed out.
And looking at your album as well, and looking at even the collaborations that you've done, you're very picky.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
Purpose may not be the word, but it may be the word. I'm selective for sure, because it can. I've been there, prepping myself as an artist where I've done records with any and everybody, and sometimes you may not have that chemistry, no matter if it's a local artist or an artist, you know, with huge celebrity. The vibe just gotta be right. The vibe has to be right. And I've been in sessions with people I thought that would click like that and we come up with nothing. Then I went back to my neighborhood and rocked on the hottest song in the city from a local cat that's just bubbling in Compton. And we click in the studio, you know, or somebody in Tallahassee somewhere. You know, so really it's just about the vibe, man, and the connection and what works.
You get the chance to listen to any music from the UK or anywhere else?
Not yet. That's why I asked my guy today, because I really wanted to check some folks out.
Okay.
While I'm here. I ain't been here in 3 years.
That's true.
3 years.
That's true.
And it's different from hearing the music in America than actually coming over here and really seeing it, you know?
Is that something that interests you, wherever you travel, to actually check out what the local scene's doing?
Definitely, because it's talent everywhere. It's talent everywhere, and that talent need to be heard just like I needed to be heard years ago, you know. And if I can get that platform to somebody, I do it. You know, if the talent and the work ethic is there, I'm with it.
Even quite literally, man. What was it? Sweet Life Festival?
Sweet Life, yep.
You brought a fan on stage to rap Mad City with you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she rocked out too. Gotta keep my ear to everybody, man. It's a young lady out here that's pretty dope, by the name of Lil Sims. I don't know if y'all heard of her.
Yes, we've been supporting Lil Sims hard.
Yeah, Lil Sims, she might be the illest doing it right now.
See, I've been trying to tell the listeners know what you're worth. They will get you to conform, but pull you in first. Like, going round and round I go.
To put that, to acknowledge that. And yeah, I wish her much success. I got to meet her one time, but it was brief. So if I'm out here and I run a tour, I'll definitely chop it up.
You not only need to chop it up, you need to get in the studio.
Huh?
You need to make that happen.
That's the truth.
Listen, you and Little Sims on the track.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Scorching.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. That'd be easy call, because that's one of them things where the vibe is definitely right. Yep.
And the park interview, just before we shoot.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that?
This guy granted me definitely a privilege of giving me this CD of Pac out of Germany. I think it was Germany. Yeah. I did an interview with him, and he's like, "Man, I got something for you." And sure enough, it was, you know, some unreleased Pac joints on there, man. I took it to the bus and I heard it, and I was like, man, this sounds like today. This sounds like everything that's going on. I'd be a fool if I can't put this on on the album, you know. And sure enough, I figured a way how to do it, and made it right. The world had to hear them words.
Kendrick Lamar, thank you very much for your time, man.
Appreciate you.
Radio 1.